Hi everyone, welcome back to TechBites. In the ever-changing world of generative AI, authenticity is becoming a real problem. How can we identify when something was actually created by a human, or if it was AI generated? That's the thing, in most situations, we can't. This is where the Content Authenticity Initiative, CAI, comes into play. As you may already know from our previous video on authenticity in the digital age, multiple corporations, including Adobe and Leica, have come together to implement their own measures for digital authenticity. One crucial development that has arisen from the CAI is the creation of content credentials. As quoted from Adobe, content credentials are a new kind of tamper-evident metadata that can be applied to your assets at export or download. They increase transparency around the origins and history of the assets they are applied to. Essentially, content credentials are like nutrition labels for content creators. They provide essential information on creators and tools used to create their content. This brings us to today's main topic, the Leica M11-P. Having been released recently, the Leica M11-P is specially designed so that upon ticking an option in the settings menu, users can automatically sign each image taken with a content credential label, displaying the camera model, manufacturer, and other attributes. The Leica M11-P is certainly a powerful tool for photographers to prove that their photos are original. However, is it a foolproof solution? The problem with content credentials is that they tend to be less resilient and can be stripped from your content when published or shared online. This could mean that, despite using a Leica M11-P, your photos could be still tampered with and used for someone else's agenda. Imagine if someone else used your work to promote something you are completely against. That would be pretty infuriating, right? Ultimately, despite content credentials being a great step toward true digital authenticity, they can still be bypassed with enough time. So how do we solve this? Enter blockchain. A lot of people believe that blockchain is some obscure technology that they don't need to care about. But in reality, it's just another database type. Just like a regular database, a blockchain stores data, but with the perk of immutability. This means that once someone uploads data to the blockchain, it can no longer be changed or edited. Moreover, since a blockchain is accessible by anyone, no individual or group can completely control it. There is a complete transparency in the network as records of ownership are open for everyone to see. I'm sure you can see where this is going. Say you take a photo with the Leica M11-P and it automatically embeds your content credentials into the image. Then you upload it to a blockchain where it can't be altered by anyone. All of a sudden, you can guarantee that you were the one who created and uploaded the image. Not only that, but with content credentials, you can provide the most minute details down to where and when the photo was taken. In the not-so-distant future, this could become very useful. As generative AI begins to take over the world of content creation, fake news is bound to spread throughout the internet. Soon, people will be scrambling to determine if any source they cite is authentic or not, especially with the current rise of photorealistic generated images. It's slowly becoming more and more difficult to trust digital sources. By finding the middle ground between blockchain and content credentials, people could easily save so much time and resources spent on verification. If corporations also begin to adopt and spread this technology, true digital authenticity wouldn't be such a far-fetched idea. As the demand for digital authenticity and growth of blockchain to begin to coincide, the development of blockchain-based solutions is all but guaranteed. One of the most promising solutions to look out for is making use of smart contracts. In blockchain, smart contracts are pieces of code written to execute the terms of an agreement from outside the chain. Essentially, they automate the execution of a contract, removing the need for a middleman. So what benefit does this have for authenticity? Well, it actually provides benefits for both the supplier and the buyer. For example, let's say you were a wildlife photographer that sold digital prints of rare animal sightings. Using a smart contract in this scenario would ensure that anytime a buyer purchases one of your prints from the blockchain, their payment would be automatically directed to your cryptocurrency wallet. On the buyer side, the smart contract would deliver one of your digital prints directly to them once the payment is received. Regardless of which side you're on, a smart contract would streamline the payment process, providing a new, innovative way to trade prints in the digital world. A couple years ago, who would have imagined that AI would be threatening the originality of online content? But let's face it, this issue is only getting worse. As the saying goes, modern problems require modern solutions. We need to quickly enable ourselves with new technologies such as blockchain and content credentials in order to combat this. So what are we waiting for? If you're looking to keep up with the hottest tech news, remember to stay tuned for the next TechBites episode. I'm your host Miguel, and I'll see you next time.